Hey everybody, it's Rara, and welcome back to some more Satisfactory. In the last one, we did some more iron stuff on top there. We expanded the second floor, which I guess is like the new first floor, since on the first floor we're only really making ingots and not a lot's going on. I don't know. Anyway, in this one, stuff is going to happen. I'll figure it out as I'm going along. I don't really have a plan for today's episode, so it might be a little bit of a wild card, I don't know. But first and foremost, oh, that wasn't that big of a fall. Yeah, first things first, somebody wants me to build the space elevator. I didn't think this was a big deal, or that anybody really cared, but I suppose, someone wants it, so we'll put it down. I just don't really tend to have it out when I don't need it, you know? I don't really, plan around it. But I guess we can throw it down somewhere. I just need to find a spot that'll fit it. A good spot that'll fit it. I don't think I want to plant at the top of these trees. Don't think they'd actually be able to support it. Yeah, why don't we just like throw it down over here? Like somewhere in between our quick wire factory and everything else, just kind of out here in the desert. Yeah, that'll do it. It'll probably be moved a few times, but at least for now, we just got it down right there. And unfortunately, that means I have to go get some more materials, though. I'll be right back. Oh man, it's good actually having 10 of these per minute. I'm not really like in a shortage of reinforced plates anymore. Oh. And modular frames over there, like, oh, that feels good, man. It feels good. Oh, wait a minute. I guess I had, like, a testing assembler still out from last episode? Oh, wait, no, I just made this off screen. I was messing around with some stuff off screen, don't worry about it. Just, like, looking at recipes and stuff. And somehow, amidst all this mess, our friend here has, made it up. Gonna hit him in his toesies. Ugh. So gross, bro. That's weird. So if you spam click this too fast, I think you only get the hit proc for one swing, even though you're technically going both at the same time. Like a left-right action. But see, I can only hit on the right there. That's weird. I think that's happened to me in the past, yeah. So you have to do like a deliberate like delay. So click, click to get both hits in. Click, click. Click, click. You can't go click, click. Because they only get the one on the return. That's weird. I've noticed that recently too. I don't know if it's always been like that, but I just spam click it in combat, but I'm only getting the one hit proc for that. Yeah, you only get the one, which is super weird. So I guess if you're in combat, make sure to have like a slight delay between clicks there to get 2 hits. Because like every time I'm fighting those like fly guys now, they hit me so often, it's because I'm spam clicking and the first one's not going through. And they're able to hit my body, and I'm like, where's my damage, bro? Where's my thing coming through? Because they only take 1 hit, you know. So it feels like I should get a lot more of them than I do. That's because I'm doing it wrong. Whether it's by my own wrongdoing or the game's, I don't know. But at least I've figured out a solution that'll work for now. Also, another micro update has come out that fixes just a bunch of other things, I guess, for like bug fixes and stuff. My question is have they removed the one thing from the MAM, the flower petal section? They did. Okay, cool. So that's all gone now, and I wasted those materials in that one episode. Yay, but at least it's gone. That's all that matters. Clearly somebody took notice and was cool. I think we should take a moment here to try to do some MAM stuff, and since we are now automating quick wire and plastic, let's get the ability to make high-speed connectors. Not that we're gonna build those anytime soon, but we'll have the ability to do so. Oh Jesus, one of these respawning pods. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ah! Oh, there's another one. Okay. I just mistimed that. That one was just entirely my fault. I was just checking, so yeah, over here we're using up to Mark III belt speed to make our Caterium. Interesting, interesting. Now, since I'm going around, not future-proof, but upgrading all of our builds, I'm just trying to see how much we're making right now. Oh, right. We were making more than 270 at the time, and we couldn't really sustain that, so we were doing 200 there, and then like 250 over here. We could actually combine these now to use one belt. That's right, we no longer need this top belt anymore, despite how cool it looks. So we'll just delete all of that, and then add another Mark III going into here. Because we can sustain it now, yay! Oh wait, we need to upgrade this to Mark IV then. Whoops. There we go. Call it sustained. Yeah, we don't really need to upgrade this build for a while, but we probably will. We probably will. I just went over there though for the quick wire so that we could go and unlock the thing in the MAM. Alright, here we are. Let us craft high-speed connectors in the future. Thank yous. Oh, there they are! They're the geothermal generators! God, I want them so bad. But we're gonna need to make supercomputers. And we are not currently able to do that. We have to unlock it by getting these. Oh well, one day. But the geothermal generators are gonna be a nice boost to our power. Oh, and while we're here, we can also get the smokeless powder recipe to make smokeless powder. Yay! Ooh, and at the very bottom of this tree we can get more inventory slots. Oh, I want it. Some people argue that even the, the most expansive amount of inventory slots in the game, like the max, I think it's something like 90-ish, is still not enough. I don't know if I entirely agree, but I certainly wouldn't go out of my way to use a mod for this just because of that. But then again, different strokes. But yeah, down this tree we'll get explosive rebar, different kinds of nobelisks. Ooh. Oh, the nuke nobelisk. That sounds dangerous. As well as the rifle, this is what I was talking about. Just like the better version of the rebar gun that does more damage and is just a better gun overall. And turbo rifle ammo. Sounds cool. Yeah, I think that's all that we can really do for now. We have some rewards that I'm aiming for sure. But that might be a bit of a ways off though. So actually thinking about what we're doing here in the assembler and the builds that are coming next, for like our plans, I thought, well, okay, so Statter's gonna need pipes, and in case industrial pipe is gonna be, you can make pipes to make these, so we can kind of cut out beams for those. So overall we need less beams, since those are basically just gonna be used for Mark III belts at this point, which are still important to have, like access to, but clearly pipes are gonna be taking the bigger, the more importance here. I worded that weird. And then obviously since we're increasing our rotor and stator count just in general, we're going to be able to make more motors, and then we could turn this off to make more of those if we wanted to, etc, etc. So all of these are getting a nice boost right now. This one's only limited by coal, iron, and limestone, all of which we can upgrade pretty neatly, so this will also, go up. I mean, everything's getting increased now. And I had this thought for a second that maybe it's like a good thing that we're gonna have like a dedicated copper factory for just the sheets, because they need them for AI limiters and circuit boards, and I'm gonna want a lot of them for sure. Plus we need these to make piping, so, kind of an important item. And we haven't automated AI limiters yet, so I want to do that at some point, as well as increasing the amount that we were making before of circuit boards. So I think in this episode we're going to finish out the rotor build over here, like I said. Although it looked like we had more space before. I don't know, was it just the angle? Yeah, we're gonna finish the rotor build. Then we're gonna do the copper. We're just gonna start upscaling copper. And then we'll do limestone. So that'll be fun. Although, like I said in the last one, copper would require water, but that shouldn't be too much of a hassle, right? Right? First off with the iron, I think we're gonna have to mess up the path here. Because if we take this and we just move it along that way, we could go underground here, but then and leave this little part of it open, but it still kind of messes that whole idea up. So, I guess it's fine. Here, let's just take this and move it over here. Okay. And we'll just delete all that and redo it. Make it one belt like that. Thank yous. And we did the wires. We don't need this. Okay, so 60 rods make 60 ingots and 300 screws from 75 ingots. Got it. How are we going to do this? Well, if you remember from last episode, I think it was last episode, maybe the one before that, we did the rods. It's 15 rods per 15 ingots, so about 4 of these should do it. Let me see if we got the space for that. If we bring it over here. Be constructors, and this is where the things will be. Okay, okay. So we can put the constructors about there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these all have the iron rod recipe set to 100%. Copy and pasted. And then for the ones that are making our cast screws, we're going to need, let's see, 300 screws, so another 6 machines, I suppose. Because that'll be 25, yeah, 12.5 times 6, and you get 75. Alright, fair enough. So 10 machines in all. I think we actually have space for that. Maybe. 3, 4, 5, 6. What if we tried to overclock a couple of these? Just pump this one up to 30, and then reduce the count here to 3. Delete that one. So that'll be our 60 rods and 3 machines. And then say we still did 6 for caster, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ending right here. That would just barely cut it. Let's overclock one of the screw ones as well, if that'll work. Or we can just do both the iron rod ones. Either one is fine, really. Let's see, if we do this, then we'll go for 100 a minute, and that'll take 25. Yeah, then we just need 4 more. Okay, so it works either way. So we'll just do that with the first one here. Or, I mean, having one each sounds kind of weird. What if we just did both of the iron rods ones? Yeah. And then since they're both making 30, that'll be the 60 that we need in those 2 machines, okay. And then we just need 6 more constructors for the screws now. Okay, leaving a little bit of space for storage chest room stuff. Oh, and we're still gonna need space for the assemblers, so we expand yet again. I hope that works. I don't want to make it too big, or else we're just gonna have like the back end here be filled with nothing. This empty space. Okay, first off, let's turn this around and bring it into a bunch of splitters over here. Do this part. Oh, I haven't even set up the recipes on a lot of these. Okay, yeah, the iron ones are good, they have my things. The rest of these are cast screw at 100%, so nothing complicated, just copy and paste. Okay, they're taking 50 screws, so we will mark 1 in. Seems like everything in the early game is a mark 1 into the machine. Especially if you do a lot of underclocking, then you're just gonna use mark 1s for a lot of stuff. But we'll be using the mark 4 belt down. Gimme, come to Papa, thank you. And you know what? I usually don't do this early in the build, but since we want them to fill up anyways, let's start giving them power now, I think. That would just save us some waiting for later. Or no, it'll save us from having to wait later, I mean. Alright, so these are all filling up, making us tons of screws and rods. Very cool. And we're looking for 12 rotors a minute, which shouldn't be like that many assemblers. Let me just throw this down and... Yeah, okay, so we're gonna need 3. That's about what I thought. Alright, so we're gonna use the mergers here. Then we're gonna bring them out here. So the assemblers have got to be like here. Oh, this is just barely gonna cut it with our current setup. And if there are 10 of them, that the middle would be like... Well, I mean, we have 3 of these assemblers, so I don't think we need to worry about like a theoretical middle. Why does the third one, like, consistently not have, like, a line that lines up with the... I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. Wait, 2 on the end. Oh, they almost ended up being kind of symmetrical there. And you know what? They will be. If we get an assembler that's, like, right over here, 1 away, like that, I think. And then do the same thing over here. I think then it'll work out that we could put 1 more in the middle, maybe. We can, but there's definitely some space in between the 2. I don't know how that works out. Because there should be less space in between these, right? Oh no, there's more space between those 2, but less space between these 2. I mean, it seems like there's an even gap between all 3 of them, so it's still fine, right? Mark 1 the rods into this merger that I just put down on both sides. Yay! And since it's totaling up to 60, once they hit here, we're actually going to use a Mark 2 belt just to make sure that they get full. Oh, and you know what? I just had an idea for something we could do to differentiate this build from the rest, but you'll see what that is in just a second. For now, over here, let's get our splitters down into these 3 using the first holes that we can. Right there, and that one. Okay. Hopefully there's enough space for what I have in mind here. Let's just say a Mark 2 it all the way down. And then since these need 20 a minute, we'll do a Mark 1 in. We're going to need Mark 2 to accept the screws, so we'll have Mark 2's facing this way. Yeah, I just want to accept the screws like this. Like that. And rather than like splitting them in the air, we'll split on the ground and then like send it up into another thing, which I think might be better, because then we won't have to have like floating splitters, you know, and then it'll look a little bit better. Unfortunately, we can't do like this because of how close these are, and we can't really make them closer. But what we can do is we can put these down on the ground and then try to build around it, like figure it out from there. Okay, in. So then we'll need to get it in the middle of these, which might be a bit awkward, given the current build. Well, okay, maybe not. You know what? We could still make this work. We could still make this work, I think. 50, huh? Okay, let's get a bunch of mergers. And that's like on the thing. Is there space like this? Yes, but then it'll probably technically be clipping. Well, no, this will be the final one. But then we're gonna need a merger for all of those. God, if we had like half a thing more, this would be perfect. You know what? Let's just move these things up like a little bit. I think that might be the best way to go about this, since we just have no freedom with the current amount of space we're using. And I think if we can use more space, it's just easier to do it that way. Okay, so rather than having these end right here on the line, let me line this up. Let's just push it forward, like, a little bit. Oh, they're backwards though! God damn it! How do I mess that up, man? I don't even know. I don't even know. Okay, Mark II down, like I did, and Mark II in again for all of these. Or Mark 1 in. Did I say that? I don't know. Mark 1 in. Mark 1 in for all the things. Oh, I have a splitting headache right now. What the hell? Set all of these to rotors at 100%. Grab a bunch of Mark II lifts and have them ready to receive from that side. And let's see here. Will we have space for this? Well, let's set up the sending lifts. So right over here. Right, like that. If we put mergers, like, one thing in front of them, just like barely not touching, and send it all down like that. And we come down here. Oh. We can get the splitters to be like bumper to bumper with the mergers, but not technically touching. You know what? I'll take it. I will freaking take it, man. Okay, so mergers just right outside the holes facing this way. Wait, is this first one facing the right direction? Or I'll replace it just in case. Man, you know the drill. Mark 1 in for these. Or out. I mean, Mark 1 out. Okay. And then since we're pedaling, what is that, 300? Then we're going to use Mark 4 belt across. And we gotta bring it around town. Just a little, you know, a little 1-2 action. Just, bam, and then... Wait, gotta get it in there. Oh, that's a little awkward. If we're doing like a perfect, like a U formation, it wants us to be placing splitters over here. It wants us to be going over there. This is stupidly close. Kind of too close. Do not do this build with space efficiency in mind. We might just want to move them up to the next square entirely in order to save this. Yeah, okay, this is, a bit more scuffed than I would like it to be, so rather than deal with that, we're just going to move everything out, and I'm going to expand the factory one more freaking set of squares, outward in that direction, okay? I'll see y'all in a sec when we're back at this step. And you know, we might as well just move these to the middle of the square to make it look better, rather than having it so pushed in since we actually have space now. You know, it's like I always say, if you're gonna do it, you might as well do it right. You might as well do it right. I don't always say that, but it is like... it is smart, right? Because you don't want to do things, you don't want to half-ass things, I would say. I gotta full-ass it, people. This feels so much more natural. It's all just so right being in the middle of the square. Either that or it's my crippling OCD talking. I'm just kidding, I don't have OCD. But if I did, then it wouldn't be surprising. And yeah, I know technically we don't need to have a lift for this last one, but I'd like to have the symmetry, okay? I'd like it to all be uniform. So we're doing it, goddammit. And now we don't have to worry about this because we know we have space. We'll space the splitters, receiving the things from this direction, and then splitting out that way. Is that lined up with the hole? Okay, good, it is. Okay, cool. Then we just want to do you. Like that. There we go. And then we drag this in like that. Yay! Build, pretty much done. No. Oh wait, we've got to do the things. How much do they need? Is that 100? Yeah, so and then we use the Mark IIs. I could have just checked those. Mark II. Mark II in. Okay. I know I said this build would be, like, unique, but I've done this before, haven't I? This is a better way of doing it, honestly. Having 2 sets of conveyor lifts, one sending and one receiving, than just having, like, rising the thing up to go over. This is better. Why don't I just remember to do this more often? I don't know. Somebody slap me the next time I decide to put splitters on top of poles. That looks silly. Yeah, that's what we should have done over here. Although, yeah, no, we didn't have space for that. We didn't have space for that. Okay, so it takes a little bit more space, but this is cleaner, I would say. Oh, yeah, I guess the final step here is to give him power, and then, put them into the big old container. And I'll push this up right to the end here. So we line this up with the rest. Oh, okay. It's not gonna line up to the grid of all the rest, but we know it's like right there. Then we want a simple merger, a few mergers just facing this direction. Is that the middle of the thing? Oh, right on. Totally. Okay. I said right on in 2023, bro. What time period do I even live in? I don't know. We use the unnecessary mergers because we're cool and base in this house, and since we're making 4 per minute for a total of 12, we use Mark 1s all the way across. And all the way down, because F to the ucket. No, don't. I don't mean fuck it like that, man. Like, you know, that's... Alright. I guess everybody has their own way of expressing themselves, and this conveyor belt was, that was his definition of an edgy phase. Okay, but now I gotta give these power. Oh, goodness. Where's the power pole? Where's the power pole? I need to have a talk with a power pole. Right, come on down this way. Little power pole. Come on over here. Come on down here. Okay, we want to just line these up like we did with the last ones. And since they're so close, I'm hoping that it will show me if I'm off. Oh yeah, no, I need to move that over here. The next nearest possible position. Okay, yeah, looking much better. Looking much better. From what I found though is I don't think you can ever get it to be perfectly straight. Might be wrong. Or, I mean, I think there's like a little bit where it's slightly off. Just like with how like the machines and the power poles work. Since everything is technically like kind of on a grid, at least when you work with foundations, you can't ever... Like you can't get it to be so specific for these, but I think that's either perfect or about 99% of the way there. Yeah, it's fine. You see, it is kind of like slightly off, but it is what it is. It's not like we can do better. And now for the last one. Oh, slow down. Stop parachuting, damn it. The parachute's really nice, but it can be a little uncooperative at times when you pull it out on accident. I should have moved that over a little bit to the left, I think. One to the left. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then finally connect these 2 power poles. Nice. Huge. Now we're making rotors. 12 a minute up from... You know, I don't know, but we needed a lot. Or we needed a lot more than we were making, because we were using these to build something over there. The motors, yeah, the motors. All I know now is, let's go delete the storage bin and drag over our existing motors into that one. Oh! I forgot to make a temporary storage chest, and I just made a fool out of myself once again. I keep doing that. Who would have thought? Store all. Give me only the rotors. Thankies. And boom. Now, let me go get my stuff back, and then we can both relish in completing this build and then figure out what we're doing for the next one. There's my stuff. Yay! Now we can get rid of the sticky notes since we no longer need it. Probably should have kept that so I could at a glance have like all the recipes, and maybe I shouldn't have been deleting them slowly over time. It doesn't matter. I'll figure out the math for it later. Because I know I'm gonna forget and then have to remind myself. Oh, what? Another one of these respawned. I don't know if they fixed the thing like they thought they did. Before we do anything though, let me check on our power grid really quick. Yeah, wow, our max constitution's already up to 2,200. Only have about 1,400 left. That's not great, but we don't have too many more projects to do, I think. Since iron takes up a lot of the items we really need to, to build. But that's where a lot of your power and most of your builds are going to come from anyways. Like, the power you use is, like, making the ingots and then making the tier 1 items to build the more complex stuff. At least in the early to mid-game where you're not using, like, a ton of complex machines, like a bunch of manufacturers, which require 55 megawatts of power each. Kind of a lot. That's almost 4 times as much as an assembler. And twice as much as a refinery, so, kind of a lot. Ah, gee, I can't wait to have better ways to transport things, because, I don't know what to do here. Like, yeah, like, upscaling fixes some issues for sure, but it also adds to the fact we still might have to deal with, like, some spaghetti here and there, getting things to and fro different parts of the factory. Unless I built these, like, especially close together. Or did some stuff like underground, but this is kind of high up to be considered underground, and I might have to like rethink a few things here. Maybe I can just do what I did over there for the iron, and just get it to be like down low somewhere on the ground, and then like pull it up to the 2nd floor, or something like that. I don't know, I'll figure it out. All I know is that next up I think we should use this space over here to totally redo the limestone setup, because that way I don't have to mess with water in this episode, and that is gonna help my sanity. So, here, first off, let's just get rid of a few of these belts and things connected to all this concrete, since we're gonna... we need to move some of it anyways later. I don't know if we'll need to move this chest, but I probably will want to. Oh, it's 2 small ones. Okay. You know what? Here. First off, let's just make a Mark II chest for it to be stored in. And make another one for me to put my stuff in so I can quickly buy all the materials. In you go. Welcome to your new home. We'll delete all this stuff and what? No, why did I just delete the brand new one I made? No. I'm so stupid. I thought I was deleting this one which had all my stuff. Build a new storage bin for all the things. Like I said, enjoy your new home. I'll take my stuff and be on my merry way. If I think about builds that actually need concrete, like, in mind, I'll be right back. I need to figure out some stuff. Oh, I can get some inventory slots if I just unlock the jetpack, which, probably wouldn't take too long to get some package fuel. Or the gas mask, which would be even easier. I hope I would have the mycelia for that, though. Anyway, under the guise that I don't have the wet concrete recipe yet, let's upgrade our concrete stuff. Alright, well, I had to make a couple portable miners there, but now we can upgrade to a miner Mark II. Yay. And we can dump the extra portable miner and the limestone it gave us. Thank you. Why is it offline? And why did this respawn? Okay. At this point, I don't even have, like, the brain capacity to, like, focus on killing those guys. I just go right for the hive thing. Why is this showing as red, though? The light is showing red. Let me just, like, turn it off for a second. Maybe that'll fix it. There we go. Weird little bug there. Should we overclock this? We'd only still get, like, 240, though. That's a little unfortunate. We're not getting other limestone from anywhere else? I don't know, but here, let's take that. Oh, that just goes right up to 30. Well, I guess we'll do that. That's fine. Now let's upgrade this belt to, what do we need? We need a Mark III belt. Okay. Belt, Mark III. Ah! And boom. How were we supporting this before? 60 of each. Oh, so we must have been overclocking that one to 200 as well when it was a Mark I. Oh, funny. Well, hold on. Doesn't that mean we can just, like... Now, you know what? Let's use up some of this space while we're at it. Well, we'll undo that. We got 240. How are we going to divide that up evenly? We can't, but I just had a thought. You see, you can divide 270 by 45, and it'd be a little bit more power, for sure. It'll suck ass just a little bit more. But at 270, we could do, what, like 6 machines there? And get, oh, I don't know, 90 concrete a minute up from 40? The base recipe for concrete surely does suck ass. Yeah, if it's gonna be 45 times 6 to get 270 limestone a minute, then we're going to get 15 times 6 concrete, or 90. So, like, what is that, like 2.5 more times concrete? Well, I'm from 40, that's more like 2 point something. It doesn't matter. Over 2 times more concrete. That's a bonus, I guess. Okay, so we've taken the things out. We got our power shards back, and we use them elsewhere, I guess? Oh, right, in the thing. I thought we'd actually gain some back. Lamau. And now we just need 6 of these in a row. I thought this would be, like, slightly more, complex. No, it's pretty simple. It's just good old concrete. And now we set up a bunch of, splitters, and, you know, after all the more complex stuff that we've been doing recently, this just feels like a walk in the park. That's just a breezy little dream. It needs 45 limestone a minute, so mark 1 in, and we'll mark 3 it down the line. There we go. And then we just flip this merger and put it into the storage box over there. Now, when I make the pipes, when I redo the whole steel factory in a future episode, I want to plan to build it like close. I might delete that whole platform for steel and actually just extend out this platform, right? In order to make the steel stuff. That'd probably make my life easier, because I want the pipes and the concrete. I always forget what concrete is. The pipes and the concrete need to be close together for easy ramming stuff into each other, for the easy creation of things. Anyways, for now, let's just do a bunch of mergers. You know the drill. This isn't exciting anymore. We're just placing splitters, we're placing mergers. Very simple. But hey, at the very least, that means more cutting for me. Earlier on in the series, I would like speed up a lot of like the more monotonous stuff, you know, just to show repetitions of things, and overall just to show like a rebuild of things. But now I'll just do like a whole project and basically just keep like cutting here and there, because while originally I had this idea to just like not cut at all, I could easily see that some of these episodes would take quite a bit longer for what's basically monotonous tasks at this point, especially now that we're over 30 episodes in. I think you understand, you know, me just doing this 15 a minute out, so we use mark ones, putting them into the mergers. It's a very simple concept that I've gone over dozens and dozens and dozens of times by now. You must be tired. So rather than showing me like building every single constructor and building every single splitter and merger and connecting all the things now, I just cut away a lot more. And it's not me being lazy with the editing, I just feel like nobody wants to really see that as much anymore, you know? And I feel like as the series has gone on longer and evolved, that we just kind of like move past needing to speed up the footage as much. I still do speed up every now and then, but you've definitely probably noticed I'm like holding back a little bit. Sometimes I'd speed up like half a dozen times a video. Now I try to keep it to like 1 or 2, sometimes 0. It just depends, really. And like, if I'm being honest, sometimes it just depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'd rather cut here, and other times I'm like, I'd rather speed this footage up. I just try to mix the two. I try to mix the two together sometimes to keep it fresh, I guess. And since our total is going to be 90, we're going to be using a Mark II belt down the whole line. And right out the end here and into the box, like that. There we go. Oh, wait, I forgot to give these power. Let's disconnect the final one. Yep. And then rework the grid a little bit. I can't... Yeah. Oh, those are just connected to those machines. I need to build a lot more poles over here. Hold on. At least this doesn't mess anything up, and I put it right there. Okay, fair enough, I guess. We'll just have these lined up over here. Oh, wait, I need to put these in the back. Well, I mean, having an extra pole or two can't hurt anybody. Oh, can we get rid of this? That looks all weird and tacky. There we go. Oh, and you know, rather than having to go down the whole mountain like that, I could just turn that around and have it come down this way. And it'd be a lot cleaner. Then I could run it under the floor and go up with like a floor hole here. And yeah, maybe like over here. Right. I can make it a lot nicer is the point. And you know what? I will. Okay, so let's delete this. And then, well, I guess we have to delete this too since we're going to turn it around. Oh, but they give us a below limestone and we need our portable miner back. Thank you. Okay, so I want to go that way. So I'll just build this facing this direction. Like, probably like that will be, like that will be fine. Yeah, I could send it down there, bring it under the thing, and then we will give it 3 things and set it to 270, just like before. Connect it to the power pole, boom. And then we'll tear down all these belts. I didn't do this beforehand because I wanted to, you know, make it so I could at least get up there first. Okay, so Mark 3 belts. No, Mark 3 belt. Thank you. Thank you. We will drag it to the edge. And it's about to break? And, oh, could we not just, like, use the lift and bring it down a little bit? We could. And it'd probably be slightly cleaner than what we have going, or we had going before. Okay, you know what? About, here? We'll just do this. Something like that, you know? I think it looks better already. And then I will drag the belt to be right in position, just right under here. And we'll get a hole right in the middle of the floor. Yay! With a Mark III lift ready to receive right here. And in you go. No, I said in you go. Did I make this the wrong direction? Oh yeah, whoops. To receive. And then in you go. No, we're crossing the streams now. Rest in peace. And then right out of this hole, you can kind of see the limestone like peeking through. We just do a thing that's sending. And then Mark III belt into the first... Oh, we need to turn the splitter around. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Gotta make a new splitter. Like that. Mark III belt it in. And across. And Mark I belt in that. Okay, yeah, lot better. Although now I don't have a way to get up the mountain. Because that conveyor belt was like my quick way up where I didn't have to go all the way around and then do like fucking parkour in the back. It took like a couple minutes. I had reduced that to like 10 seconds. Now it's just not possible. So, rest in peace me. I guess at any point though I could just like make a conveyor belt over here and oh, it's doing the thing again and just like build up there, you know, because why not? Although clearly from right here it's not working, but you get the point. I could figure it out. And now that I've done that, we go back to what we were doing, which was trying to give all this stuff power. Why is there a wire going through the thing? Oh, I guess that wire is connected to this pole. Well, then what if we just connected that wire to this pole? Because it's still the same grid, you know? So we just do like that. And then now those poles are connected once again. Yay! And now we just build this like we've been doing. And boom. Okay, all of them got power. They're all making the things. Now we just need to store? Yes, theoretically. I just want to make sure that a lot of these are getting their proper limestone. And I guess I'm happy to have so much now for once. Okay, it looks like it'll be ready to go. We don't have to let them fill, so we can just take you and in. Yay! Concrete's all done, and I think we're gonna call it for the episode, and I knew we didn't, like, accomplish a lot, but we're making progress, man. And little baby steps. I fix things, and I remove some stuff, and I've moved things around. And, oh, in the past few episodes we've done a lot, you know, in terms of just rebuilding and redesigning, and like, so much stuff happens off camera and in my brain that y'all don't really get to see, but it's a little tiring. But I mean, hey, I make all these justifications, and I'm assuming people are going to be mad at me, which is silly. I mean, I've been getting lots of very positive response to the series, so I shouldn't be assuming bad things. But at the end of the day, even if I were to make like the tiniest little bit of progress, it still wouldn't matter, because I'm doing this mostly, you know, for me. And really, what does it matter how much progress I make? I mean, it's all going to be progress eventually. At some point in the future, we will be at the end game with all, you know, 8 tiers unlocked and all 4 phases done. So it will happen. It will happen. But in the spirit of every episode not being like, 3 hours long and taking like 4 or 5 hours to edit, I feel like, I should just end it when I feel is a good time. Or when I feel like I've made it, personally is good for me. I'm not beholden to anyone's standard, it's all just very much within my court. So yeah, gonna keep the stress low and hopefully the productivity high so that I have the energy to just make a lot of episodes and keep the series going for forever. Because admittedly, sometimes there are days where I'm not feeling Satisfactory as much, and the idea of doing like a 3-hour-long session and then editing for like 5 straight hours, basically using half of my day just on Satisfactory, not the greatest feeling sometimes where, I've been playing for like 20 days in a row, and I kind of just want to break. I kind of want to just try like some new thing that just came out, or just like not play games at all, just watch some television, or I don't know, just do something else. But yeah, there are going to be break days here and there where I don't post anything, and there are going to be, some shorter episodes here and there. But worry not, I still think that I have plenty of ideas to keep this going for a while, and hopefully this series can at least make it to 80 episodes without me burning out. I mean, really, at the end of the day, this should be like an infinite series with like many, many episodes, but then I just, I wonder how accessible this is going to be for newcomers. Because right now, I'm at a weird period where we're already over 30 episodes in, and I see new people who are starting the series from the beginning, and I appreciate everybody who, watches it very much. And I'm just glad that, I'm able to help. But like even 30 can be somewhat long, especially for those who aren't really used to the old school format of like video Let's Plays, and that's what I try to like do on my channel. And I'm used to Let's Plays that are 40, 50 episodes long. I mean, I watch Game Grumps, man. Sometimes some of their old playthroughs are pretty long. But it just leads to the question of accessibility, and I mean, if it works for them, it could work for anybody. Although maybe I shouldn't say it'll work for anybody, because those two are hilarious and honestly kind of icons. But it just goes to show that if you do a long-running series, that there will be dedicated people who will watch it. So I guess I shouldn't worry so much about this being like, I don't know. I'm just thinking like way off in the future when we get to like episode 200 or something. Or even 100. It's just going to be a lot. And like the idea of making another 70 episodes of this is pretty daunting for right now. But we just take it one day at a time and we'll get there eventually. Anyways, enough of that talk of things that are way off in the future. I've been Rara, and thank you all very much for watching this episode of Satisfactory. In the next one, what did we do in this one? We finished out the rotors. We got the concrete done. We still need to do what, the copper stuff, the sheets, basically. Yeah, and the next one we'll do copper sheets if I'm not forgetting anything else. All right, so that'll be fun. Oh, and we'll have to just like start with the copper stuff from the beginning, making the ingots with the pure recipe. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, we're gonna do fun copper stuff next episode. So see you then, everybody. Bye.